Right now, a machine can write, code, and solve complex logic problems at or even above human speed. These capabilities exist inside a single interface called ChatGPT, and they are available to anyone with an internet connection. In a few years, this tool has scaled from a niche experiment to a platform used by hundreds of millions of people to run their businesses and daily lives. Before this surge, interacting with artificial intelligence was a restrictive experience that often ended in a technical dead end. Early systems were strictly rules-based. They relied on human programmers to write long lists of if this, then that instructions for every possible scenario. Because these systems could only follow those specific scripts, they couldn't handle nuance. They lacked any creative output and possessed no understanding of context. To move forward, computer science had to move away from these rigid scripts. The goal shifted to teaching machines how to recognize complex patterns on their own. A major turning point occurred in 2017 with the publication of a research paper titled "Attention is All You Need." This paper introduced the transformer architecture, a new way to process data. It allowed AI to look at all parts of a sentence at once to determine meaning, grasping context rather than just processing words in a sequence. OpenAI applied this to a series of models. GPT-1 proved the theory worked, and GPT-2 showed that AI could generate coherent, though often inconsistent, paragraphs of text. GPT-3 arrived in 2020 and could suddenly produce full essays and functional code. However, it still required specialized knowledge to operate, making it feel like a complex tool for researchers rather than a helpful assistant. The world had a high-powered logic engine, but it was trapped behind a layer of technical friction that kept most people from using it. Everything changed in November 2022 when OpenAI released a version of this engine through a simple chat interface. By narrowing the interaction down to a single blank text box, OpenAI removed the technical friction that kept AI inaccessible. This chart shows the result. ChatGPT reached 1 million users in 5 days, a pace of adoption that far exceeded previous consumer technologies. Students used it to summarize research, developers used it to write code, businesses used it to automate communication. The breakthrough wasn't just the intelligence of the model, it was making that intelligence available to anyone who could type a sentence. With the release of GPT-4, the system moved beyond simple text responses. The model became capable of interpreting images, solving multi-step logic problems, and generating code that could be used in professional software. It added a persistent memory, live web browsing, and deep data analysis tools. Because of these tools, startups and global agencies are now building their entire internal workflows and product features directly on top of the AI. AI has moved from a simple curiosity to a core utility that businesses rely on for their daily operations. This shift has compressed the work week. Technical tasks like data visualization or debugging, which used to require hours of manual effort, now take seconds. This sudden speed brings very real risks. We are seeing an increase in automated misinformation, clear threats to specific job roles, and difficult questions regarding the ethics of machine-generated content. In this new environment, the technology itself isn't what displaces workers. Instead, people who utilize these tools are outperforming those who do not. We are now seeing the development of autonomous agents, systems that don't wait for a prompt, but can set their own goals and perform tasks on your behalf. We are moving from a world where we ask AI for information to one where we let AI act independently. ChatGPT has changed how we interact with information. As these systems become more capable, the question is how you will choose to use them.